What's up, YouTube? Thanks for stopping by. I am the average Doomsday Prep Dude. So today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be going over something for first-time buyers and or inexperienced users. So buying and owning your first firearm can be a very scary and intimidating thing. You have to learn how to operate it properly, practice good gun safety habits, and you really need to learn how to use the firearm properly. That way you don't have any accidents in the house. That's one of the very intimidating things about the firearm is one single mistake can cost someone their life, and that's why you need to practice how to use the firearm in a safe manner. And that's what snap caps allow you to do. They allow you to actually use functionality of the firearm in the safety of your home without having to go to the range, where it's also costly to go to the range, to be able to do stuff that you wouldn't be able to do with live ammunition. You can practice loading and unloading your firearm safely in your house. You can manipulate the firearm to check the status of the gun. So you can do many different things with the firearm. So let's actually get into that right now, and I'll show you examples. So this is a close-up of the A-Zoom dummy ammunition versus Fiocchi live ammunition. You can tell this is live ammunition because this has an unspent primer. Also by the color, it has the brass color. Depending on the manufacturer, it could be brass colored bullet, copper, blue, red, or black. Whereas the dummy rounds come in a burgundy color, and I think they also make them in blue. It also has a rubber area where the primer is. That way the firing pin can safely engage the dummy round and not damage the firing pin. You'll also notice when you pick them up that the live ammunition is actually considerably heavier than the dummy round. The dummy round is made out of solid aluminum that is milled to spec. So at a glance, you can see that this is, fake ammunition. When you pick it up, you can feel that it's fake ammunition, and you can visually see that it is fake ammunition when you look at the primer area. So you know that when you are working with fake ammunition, you can practice with it safely and not have to worry about an accidental discharge. So as you can see, dummy rounds come in all different calibers. We got 9mm, 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP, 357 Magnum, 223 Remington, and 223 5.56. These are all A-Zoom on the left, and then this is Strike Industries and Magpul. These are polymer, where these are milled out of aluminum. You can see that my 9mm one is really beat up because I practice with my 9mm rounds a lot. They are sold in packs of 5, and I'll show you why in just a second, why 5 is actually a good number versus, having a single dummy round to practice with. But if you need more than that, if you want to practice with, say, revolver, if it has 7 shots or 6 shots, you may need to get an extra pack to fill out the rounds so you can practice with your speed loaders. But for the most part, for semi-autos, 5 rounds should suffice for each color. But you get, and just remember, for new beginners, it's not one size fits all, obviously. So just pick the right caliber that you need. So since this video is geared towards first-time buyers, one of the first things you want to be aware of is always the condition of your pistol. You want to make sure that it's safe before you pull the trigger or handle it in any way. So I can visually see that there are no rounds in my magazine, and then I need to visually inspect my firearm to make sure that there is no round in the chamber. Just because I see that there is no rounds in the magazine does not mean that my firearm is safe. You have to visually check the chamber of the firearm. This is a Borderline 2, which makes it easy to check the status of the pistol, and I can see that it is safe. So now I am free to pull the trigger, manipulate it however I want, and I know that the gun is not going to accidentally shoot someone or myself, and we can actually go ahead and practice certain things. So if you don't have snap caps, you can obviously practice loading and unloading magazines without snap caps. But where the snap caps really shine is that you can practice cycling your firearm and actually practice good safety habits of checking the status of your firearm. What I mean by that is, if you load an empty magazine into your firearm and you try and cycle it, it is going to stay open and locked because there are no rounds in the chamber. Let me show you the same scenario with dummy rounds. I'm going to load 5 dummy rounds into the magazine. So what the dummy rounds allow you to do too is you can practice loading your magazines without it being live ammunition. They do make speed loaders if your thumbs hurt or your fingers hurt. But we're only going to 5, so this is what 5 looks like. So now let's pretend that this is a live ammunition, and I'm going to be loading my pistol. So if I load the pistol like that, there is not a round in the chamber. And I can actually see that when I press check, I can see that there's no round in the chamber. I have to fully cycle the pistol like so, or slide like so, and then I can press check and see that there's a round in the chamber. So what this does is it allows me to check different status of the firearm with multiple pretend cartridges in the gun. You can see that there are still 4 more rounds in the magazine, but that does not mean that the firearm is safe. I have to eject the 1 round that is still in the firearm. So by having different amounts of fake ammunition, you can practice loading, cycling, ejecting rounds. It'll cycle again, eject again, cycle again. You can practice ejecting, and then you can practice, oh, I need to remember that there is still a round in the chamber that I need to cycle to make the gun safe. So the dummy rounds is not just good for dry firing, but it's good to practice loading, unloading, and checking the condition of the gun. And then when it is loaded with the dummy round, you can actually practice good habits of, your technique of dry firing to make sure that you're not moving the pistol down, left, whatever. Beginners typically tend to kind of move down and left as they're pulling the trigger like that. You need to practice good gun techniques or handling techniques with your dry fire, and then you can also practice, you'll see now that there are no more rounds in the chamber. So by having multiple dummy rounds, you're able to practice loading, unloading, cycling, whatever you need to do, and dry firing in a safe manner and not have any accidental discharges. Alright everyone, so that's how you use snap caps to practice good gun safety habits. I hope everyone is staying home and staying safe during this coronavirus pandemic. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I'm actually going to be making more of these videos for first-time buyers and or experienced users on how to get better and more comfortable with your firearms. And till next time, stay safe.